What was supposed to be a night of celebration turned into disaster after 4 friends who were all drunk left the bar in the city without a designated driver. Designate a driver. Don't drink and drive.
This is your news source evening bulletin for today, Tuesday, the 11th day of February in the year 2025. I'm Gordon Mosley reporting, and here's what we're tracking tonight. Prominent businessman and philanthropist Azruddin Mohamed has completely denied claims of sexual abuse of a teenage girl and said he's open to a full investigation of those claims by local and international investigators. The claims first surfaced on Monday night in an interview of the young lady that was conducted by social media commentator Michael Rodriguez, also known as the Guyanese critic. He is currently facing a multi-million-dollar lawsuit by Mr. Mohamed, his father, and their company. In the interview, the young lady, who said she is 17 years old, claimed that she was allegedly sexually assaulted by the businessman during a visit to her indigenous community in December of 2024. She told the Guyanese critic that she made no police report, no complaint to her family, and this was the first time that she was making her claims known. In a statement through his attorneys today, Azruddin Mohamed refuted the allegations and the claims. The businessman and his team Mohammeds said they are willing to submit themselves to any polygraph test administered by competent individuals, including foreign security agencies. According to the statement, Team Mohammeds and Azruddin Mohamed pledged their support to all victims of sexual assault, sexual abuse, and exploitation. They said they remain disposed to assisting victims of sexual abuse and condemn any form of sexual abuse or sexual exploitation, especially of young girls and the vulnerable. The Tushao from the village named in the allegations by the teenager has also come out with a statement indicating that he knows of no such incident taking place in the community and does not believe the young lady in the interview is even from that community. He said whenever Mr. Mohamed and his team visit the village, they would offer assistance to the residents and leave. Meanwhile, in a separate statement of her own, the sister of Azruddin Mohamed, in a social media post, said she believes the claims are politically motivated, and she made it clear that rape is not a joke and should never be used to score political points. In her statement, she said, what began as dirty politics has now descended into a vile, unforgivable act, accusing an innocent man of rape through paid fabrications and manufacturing lies. She said she believes the politically motivated allegations are intended to damage her brother's reputation and the reputation of the family. While not throwing his hat into the political ring for this year's elections, Azruddin Mohamed has been hinting at a possible run for political office. Just recently, he called out the government over its slow distribution of the cash grant for citizens. One day after he made that statement, a Facebook page which carries the name Guyana Daily News falsely announced that a businessman would be sharing $100,000 each to the first 1,000 persons to arrive at his business place. Scores of persons turned up at the business place the following morning, only to learn that they had been duped by a fake report. The businessman, his father, his team Mohammed's group, and their businesses were sanctioned by the U.S. government last year over allegations of under-declaration of gold exports and avoiding payment of millions of US dollars in taxes. More news coming up in just a moment.
It all starts with one. Maybe it's one look, you know the one, or one touch, even one word. It can start with one step, or one promise, one thrill, one first time, one deep breath, one leap of faith, one day to remember, or one night to forget. One moment, so many stories that make up one crazy, average, everyday, fabulous life. We get one life, just one. Make your move. It all starts with one.
Your own home is so much more than just four walls, floors, and ceilings. It's a lifetime of great memories and stories. Come talk to us and start your journey home today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Hi, this is Van Fields of the Stylistics. We'll be on the lawns of the Transport General Sports Club in Georgetown. The Ultimate Soul Concert on Valentine's Night, Friday, February 14th, with our live band for a dinner under the stars. Hope to see you there.
In December 2019, Guyana embarked on a historic journey, producing oil offshore for the very first time with the Liza Destiny FPSO, delivering 120,000 barrels per day. Today, just 5 years later, the nation stands proud as the fastest growing economy in the world. With the addition of 2 more FPSOs, production has increased to approximately 650,000 barrels per day.
Guyana is on the verge of becoming a global destination for sports and culture. Through investments backed by the oil and gas sector, which exceed $3.7 billion Ghana dollars, Guyanese get access to infrastructure and skills training for various sporting activities. The synergy between the economic benefits of the oil operations offshore and support for national initiatives helps position Ghana more favorably on an international stage.
Let's tell you now that 25-year-old Bartica teacher Delarose Courtman has been remanded to jail after being charged of the offense of sexual activity with a child by abusing a position of trust. Courtman was first arrested on the 5th of February after the police received reports that he had allegedly raped a preteen female student. He appeared in court 2 days after his arrest to face the charge. At the Bartica Magistrates Court, the accused was not required to enter a plea to the indictable charge, and he was remanded to prison moments after the charge was read to him. A police statement indicated that he is expected to make his next court appearance on the 7th of March. The matter remains under police investigation. Mayor of Georgetown Alfred Mentor has set a 1-week ultimatum for the government to respond to the council's concerns over the usage of the land at Carifesta Avenue, which has been earmarked for a $300 million Qatari hotel. At a meeting of the council on Monday, Mayor Mentor said the dispute over the ownership and usage of the land remains unresolved, although the council had penned a letter to President Irfan Ali almost a year ago. The land was a gift to the city of Georgetown from former slave plantation owners in 1887. The mayor said if the government does not respond favorably to the city council's concerns within a week, the municipality will initiate legal action in keeping with the majority decision taken by the council in February of last year.
We may have to seek legal attention.
Here we go, more liars. Yes.
Yes. We may need to seek legal review and attention on this matter.
According to the Guyana Lands and Surveys Commission, the land located at lots 1 and 2 Plantation Thomas Lands has been the property of the state since 1966. But the council maintains the land belongs to the city. Last February, Mayor Mentor presented the council with a copy of a transport issued to the municipality. and that transport was in the possession of the National Archives. On Monday, he made it clear that the municipality is not against development, but said the council has the right to defend its property.
We're not anti-development or anti-nothing. We want our fair share. We want to be treated as a proper stakeholder in these matters, and that real consideration should have as to how we move that process forward.
The mayor is expected to provide the council with a report on the next steps when it meets again. The government, while maintaining that the land belongs to the state, has said that the hotel will add to the country's tourism product. The hotel is expected to include 260 rooms and 150 apartments, along with conference and other facilities. The land earmarked for the hotel project was used by the National Insurance Scheme and the Guyana National Service as recreational grounds for several years.
Your own home is so much more than just four walls, floors, and ceilings. It's a lifetime of great memories and stories. Come talk to us and start your journey home today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
Ready to up your game? Ready to up your game? Win big with over 60 epic prizes. A brand new PS5, Nintendo Switch, iPhone 16 Pro Max, Apple smartwatch, and the hottest earbuds from Apple and Samsung. Plus, we are giving away thousands in phone credit and a whole year supply of Buster or Turbo Energy drink. Here's how. Buy any Buster or Turbo Energy drink, find the code starting with BB and enter online or on WhatsApp. Visit us on Facebook or Instagram at Turbo_Caribbean or Buster Guyana for all the details. Don't just play. Up your game with Buster and Turbo Energy.
Hi, this is Van Fields of the Style Listings. We'll be on the lawns of the Transport General Sports Club in Georgetown. The Ultimate Soul Concert on Valentine's Night, Friday, February 14th, with our live band for a dinner under the stars. Hope to see you there.
The Guyana Energy Conference and Supply Chain Expo is set to open in less than a week's time, and it will again bring together industry leaders, policymakers, and stakeholders for 4 days of intense discussions on developments and opportunities within the oil and gas sector. In an interview with News Source today, the Chief Executive Officer of the Guyana Energy Conference and Supply Chain Expo, Kiana Wilberg, said more than 4,000 delegates are expected to be in attendance this year. She also explained that more than 200 companies from 60 countries will be part of the exhibition. Themed Connecting the Dots, Integrating the Future, Ms. Wilberg said this year's conference will focus on fostering connections within the energy industry, promoting collaborations, and integrating innovative technologies for a sustainable future. The conference is set to begin next Tuesday with a keynote address from the President of the Dominican Republic.
He is expected to make a presentation that will showcase to our delegates the importance of the connection between CARICOM and its Latin American partners. And that's particularly important because within the Guyana Energy Conference, we recognize that as Guyana is on this incredible growth journey, she does need to hold the hands of key partners who are strong in other industries, who can share their technological prowess, who can share their learnings, and key partners who can help us in ensuring we navigate the complexities of the market.
Ms. Wilberg said there was a keen interest from Latin American countries this year, with companies from Colombia, Brazil, Mexico, and the Dominican Republic looking to partner with local companies.
What you'll also notice at our conference for 2025 is that there is a sizable delegation from within South America. We are seeing a keen focus from Colombia. We're seeing a key focus from Latin American nations who are looking at opportunities within Guyana and how they can partner with our locals on a number of areas. So that's on the Latin American front.
President Irfan Ali, Vice President Barra Jagdeo, former President of Colombia Ivan Duque, former U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo, and Sir Paul Collier, a professor of economics and public policy at the University of Oxford, are among the other speakers for the conference. Wilberg said the event will provide a platform for local companies to connect with regional and international companies to advance their businesses.
Well, the first being its role in connecting local companies with counterparts in other parts of the world. And that's particularly important because at this point in time of Guyana's history, we know that companies are keen on getting into the oil and gas industry, but they may not necessarily have the wherewithal or the technological capabilities. And so helping our local companies find the right partners, I believe it's an important aspect of the work that we do at the Secretariat and in hosting this conference. I can share right now that we have over 200 companies, international companies from over 60 countries participating for 2025 conference, and there is an eagerness to find partners within the Guyana landscape.
Additionally, she explained that the Energy Conference and Expo will also provide a learning ground for Guyanese while creating a platform for industry leaders, experts, and policymakers to engage in discussions on developments within the industry. Ahead of the conference and expo, the Energy Run and the launching of a conference village at the Kingston Esplanade are expected to take place. With elections set to take place later this year, the Guyana Elections Commission has switched on its preparation gear and has started to advertise positions for a number of Election Day staffers. In ads published on its Facebook page today, the Elections Commission announced vacancies for presiding officers, assistant presiding officers, poll clerks, ballot clerks, counting assistants, and information clerks. According to the advertisement, those applying for the available positions should do so before the 30th of March. Applications can be submitted to the Elections Commission's head office in Kingston or online through the GECOM website. The Commission has also been carrying out a public relations campaign on its registration process, as well as its claims and objections process for the voters list. Training of Election Day staffers is expected to begin sometime in April. There has been no date set as yet for the elections, although the government has hinted that it could be called for sometime between August and November. Guyanese last headed to the polls for national elections back in 2020. Those elections were marred by allegations of voter fraud and rigging. A number of former GECOM staffers and at least 2 members from the People's National Congress are currently before the courts facing charges. They have all declared their innocence of those charges. Still with GECOM, the Guyana Elections Commission made a decision against a proposal by the Chief Election Officer Vishnu Prasad for cameras to be installed at polling places as part of the efforts to safeguard the electoral process and guard against voter impersonation and fraud. Prasad compiled a report on the proposal and its feasibility, and that was submitted to the Commission. However, there was no consideration of the proposal, and it was not catered for in the Commission's budget plan for this year. The revelation was made during a recent meeting between the Guyana Elections Commission and the leadership of the Alliance for Change. In a leaked audio recording of the meeting, which surfaced on the Facebook page of journalist Travis Chase, the Chief Elections Officer could be heard explaining that he prepared a proposal and submitted that proposal to the Commission, with the primary feature being the use of cameras as a security measure in relation to recording the activity at polling places. He said the level of consideration given to the proposal was not the same as the use of biometrics.
It is something that was envisaged merely to come and get the Commission's approval in line with the justification for this, the installation of cameras, and therefore it is something that we believe that at the Secretariat we have the capacity to procure, install, see that it works effectively, retrieve and put into secure custody the footage from those cameras.
Mr. Passot told the meeting that the use of cameras at polling places could have addressed issues relative to allegations of multiple voting and voter impersonation.
From where I stand as the person who would be responsible for the implementation of the use of cameras, I don't see that the same considerations relative to biometrics would be applicable to the use of cameras.
During the meeting, the chairman of the Elections Commission, retired Justice Claudette Singh, was heard telling the meeting that the issue is still before the commission and has not entirely been ruled out. It was explained that although the proposal was not part of the budget plans, the commission could seek additional funding through the National Assembly to cater for any additional plans. GECOM is preparing to host elections this year, and the opposition parties continue to press the commission on issues related to biometrics and other security measures for the upcoming elections.
Guyana's economy is rapidly transforming, and we're all part of it. Guy is at the forefront of this development by providing reliable and efficient energy and supporting community development from the very core. 100% of Guy's profit goes back to building schools, roads, and other important infrastructure that connects our cities and towns, providing fuel to domestic, marine, industrial, and aerial transportation. Guy Oil has now repositioned itself as a market leader in the petroleum industry, building a better future for all of us.
What was supposed to be a night of celebration turned into disaster after 4 friends who were all drunk left the bar in the city without a designated driver. Designate a driver. Don't drink and drive.
It all starts with one. Maybe it's one look. You know the one. Or one touch. Even one word. I can start with one step. Or one promise. One thrill. One first time. One deep breath. One leap of faith. One day to remember, or one night to forget. One moment, so many stories that make up one crazy, average, everyday, fabulous life. We get one life, just one. Make your move. It all starts with one.
With your regional and international news tonight, I am Svetlana Marshall in the region. A bus veered off a highway bridge into a polluted ravine in Guatemala City early on Monday, killing at least 51 people and trapping survivors, a spokesperson for the city's fire department said. According to Reuters, the densely packed bus was traveling into the capital from the town of St. Augustine on a busy route into the city from when it plunged approximately 20 meters from a highway bridge that crosses over a road and a creek. The spokesman, Carlos Hernandez, said the bodies of 36 men and 15 women had been sent to a morgue set up for the accident. Images shared by the fire department on social media show the bus partially submerged into wastewater surrounded by victims' bodies. Guatemalan President Bernardo Arevalo declared 3 days of national mourning and deployed the country's army and disaster agency to assist with response efforts. The government of St. Kitts and Nevis has unveiled plans for the construction of a state-of-the-art general hospital that aims to revolutionize healthcare on the island. Prime Minister Dr. Terence Drew, who also serves as the health minister, emphasized that health is a right, not a privilege, and underscored the government's commitment to modernizing the nation's healthcare system. In his address at the unveiling ceremony, Dr. Drew explained that the new hospital would bring St. Kitts and Nevis to the forefront of modern healthcare, providing citizens with access to high-quality medical services while addressing the challenges posed by climate change. And finally tonight, international news. A teacher has fatally stabbed an 8-year-old girl at an elementary school in South Korea in an incident that has shocked the nation, the BBC reports. The female teacher, who is in her 40s, confessed to stabbing the student in the central city of Daejeon, police said. The girl was found with stab wounds on the second floor of a school building at 18 hours local time on Monday and was pronounced dead at the hospital. The teacher was found beside her with stab wounds that police said might be self-inflicted. South Korea's acting president on Tuesday ordered an investigation into the case and urged authorities to implement necessary measures to ensure such incidents never happen again. Some locals laid flowers and a stuffed doll at the gate of the school, which was closed on Tuesday. In a police briefing on Tuesday, the head of the Daejeon Western Police Station said the teacher was currently recovering in hospital, adding that she had a wound on her neck that had been stitched. And that's your News Source Evening Bulletin for tonight. I'm Svetlana Marshall, wishing you a pleasant evening.